Good morning, my lovely crafters. This is Crafty Sue 519. I'm Sue, and I'm here today to do a tutorial on how to make cupcake liner bows. I was asked to do this, so here goes. Not crazy about doing tutorials, but I'll do my best. I have a couple of samples here for you. You can use any size cupcake liner. These are the little bitty ones. And I tend to like these better than the regular size ones. But I love the colors and the polka dots and stuff in here. So any cupcake liner you have, you can do this with. With the larger cupcake liner, you get a larger bow. And this measures about 3 3/4 wide. Long-wise this way, and 2 inches this way. And this is making it the very traditional way, but you can take that same size cupcake liner and just fold it a little more, and you can get a thinner bow. See how much thinner this is than this one? So you can do pretty much anything you want with it. This is folded 4 times. Same length, well, 3.5. It's just a hair smaller and an inch, not quite, about 1.5 inches this way. It's a little bit smaller. And then with the small cupcake liners, you get those, and they are 2.5 long by just over 1.25 wide. And you can choose to put a gem in the center if you like, or just leave them plain with some cute washi tape you might have. So, all you need are your cupcake liners, some washi tape, glue, scissors, and some gems if you choose to put some gems in the center. So we'll start with the little one. Okay, I'm going to use purple, a plain purple on this one. So all you're going to do is take your liner and fold it in half. Okay, make sure your ends are pretty even. Fold it in half. Then on its side, you want to bring this end up to about the center. And you can kind of tell because the ends will meet evenly here. Bring it to the center, then bring the other side over. Now you have a little triangle like this. You're going to do that to the other one. You need 2 cupcake liners for each bow. So fold it in half. Bring this side up to the center. And bring the other side over. So you have your little triangle. This one's a little funky. Try to get that in there. And believe me, you can manipulate these papers very easily, so just get it to where you want it to be. Then take your glue. I recommend just a regular liquid glue. I think hot glue would be a little difficult to work with, and you really need tiny bits of this. So, and the ends that are open, just glue that closed. See, it's open on one end. Just put a little bead of glue and squeeze it together. Then what you're going to do is cut the point off. See how it's very pointy here? We're just going to cut it off, just a tiny bit on both of them. Okay, just a tiny bit. I'd say 1/8 of an inch or so on these little ones. And then I like to find the side that I glued and put it on the bottom. You may like it better on the top. I prefer it on the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your bow any. And you're going to take a little glue and put it on the edge, just like that, just a little bit. And take the other one and overlap it and stick them together. And there's your little bow. Then you need a little washi tape to put on it. So I find about 1/4 of an inch wide washi tape is best. Take a couple of inches. This is what I'm gonna have to cut. It's a little wider than 1/4 of an inch. It didn't tear very well. So I'm just gonna cut it to about the width I want it. And then you wrap the center of your bow. And you can do any kind of washi tape on here. You know, it's up to you what you want to do. There's no right or wrong. And then I like to put a little bit of glue to make sure that it stays stuck. So I'll put a little glue on the back here. Cut off my extra washi. And you have a little bow. It's as easy as that. Now if you choose, you can fluff it up a little bit because there's a couple layers in there. Or you can leave it flat. Whatever you prefer. And then if you want to put a gem on there, you can. Let's see. You can put a gem in there. I haven't decided if I'm going to put one yet or not, but that's all it is. And you've got a cute little bow that you can use on your projects. Now, we'll do a big one. We'll do the same thing. Take a cupcake liner, kind of spread it out, and fold it in half. Now, if you want one this big and this wide, you do exactly what we did with the smaller one. So you just go to the center and bring over the other side to finish it. Get your triangle. The second one, do the same thing. Fold it in half. Bring this side up to the center. Fold it. Bring this side over to the edge. Give it a fold. Then you're going to glue the edges together. Just a tiny bit of glue. To the other one. That's it. Then cut the centers. You just want to flatten that out and not have it showing. I cut a little more on this than I do on the little ones because I don't want it quite so long. I just check them to make sure they're the same length, or about that. Sometimes it's hard to tell where you glued them. That's the glued side down, and the glued side down. And then do the same. Put a little glue on the end. Bring this one over. Okay, let it dry for a minute. And then get some washi to go with it. I think I'll use this one. And I probably should have had this done ahead of time. Take a couple of inches. And even on these larger ones, I find a 1/2 inch is just too wide, so I like to cut a little bit off. I probably have it a little bit wider than a 1/4 inch. About a 1/2 inch is just too much. I don't think it makes as nice a center. So then you put it, I start on the front. Put it here and then wrap your bow. Just wrap that washi around it. And then glue it on the back. If there's a little extra, you can trim that off. And there's your large bow. Same as that one. Now, say you want this for a project, but it's a little too long for you, too wide, don't be afraid to cut it. Cut it down. Just follow the bow around and shorten it a little. Do that on both sides. And make your bow a little smaller. Just make sure you get the edges each side the same. This is not the greatest. I think this side needs a little bit more. There you go. So you have this wider this way, but the length of it is about 1/2 inch bigger than the little one, instead of, that's about 3/4 inch smaller. And again, if you choose to put a gem or something on it, or decorate it any way you please, for whatever you're going to use it for, you know, you can do that. And there's your little cupcake bow. So all it is folding. All it is folding. And I'll show you quickly, because I don't want this to be too long. I'll do another yellow one. I'll just show you one spot. If you want it to be less wide, if you want it to be thinner like this, you're just going to fold it more. So you start folding it in half. And then you fold this one maybe 1/4 of the way. And again, fold it over on itself. For a 3rd time, fold it over on itself. And then bring this side over. So you'll have 4 folds instead of 3. And it's much thicker inside. Can you see all the layers in there? compared to this. It doesn't have that many layers. Not that you see it from the side that much anyhow, but I just want to show you the difference. And then you do the exact same thing. You cut it, make your other side just like it, glue the side down, and you have a thinner bow like this. So I hope this was of help, and you know how to make your little cupcake bows now. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite? I like this. I think this is real cute. I like it with the gem. I like the color. But any cupcake bow, any cupcake liner will work. So let me know what you think. And we'll talk again soon. Love yous. Bye.